Part of my experiences in the military was I was a corpsman assigned with the Marine Corps and 1st Marine Division. In doing that job, you tend to be in a place where there's a lot of trauma. As a corpsman, we're bound to try to keep human life alive, regardless if it's, an enemy or our own Marines. One of my most vivid memories of my time in service was after the ground offensive we were involved in. I had treated multiple casualties, a couple Marines who had perished, several Iraqis who had perished, and I had caught a glimpse of myself in a mirror of a bus. I was covered in smoke, soot, oil, and blood, and that was the first time that I saw myself in that place. I was just going through a blur of one trauma to another trauma, just trying to save life. In addition to that, I had a lot of other experiences throughout my childhood that led to a series of traumas. Abuse from a family member, experiencing some rather traumatic injuries. Ultimately, that's what brought me here, and that's what led us to the situation that we were in. The situation of our family before I came to Boulder Crest, I would probably summarize best as we were existing more than thriving.
When he would come home from work, he would be just easily aggravated.
Lots of times he was filled with anger and rage.
He would come home from work and just disappear. The kids were little and we'd be outside on the cul-de-sac playing, and all my neighbors' husbands would be outside and mine was not out there.
Coming to a place like Boulder Crest, where you not only learn to reconcile some of these things, but you learn skills and techniques to work through those things. You have a team of people that you can talk to and relate to. It's extremely powerful and extremely important.
Gabe's experience made our family stronger by just allowing him to explore all these thoughts and emotions he's had in his head over these years. I definitely noticed a change since he came here. Just his interaction and his involvement at home, how he reacts to the kids, and just kind of a sense of calmness that he had.
He was a lot more controlled over his emotions.
And I told him, I'm like, Dad, I noticed since you came back, you're just way calmer. The main feeling I get is that we're actually seeing the real him.
How I would describe the family dynamic after returning, it has been different in the notion of closeness. In the various simple ways, just connecting with each of them on their own level, watching them explore something they haven't seen before, and watching them smile, and the joy on their face has just been tremendous for me. And something that I like to think of, I just call pie, is that I'm present and I'm intentional and I'm empathetic with all of them. If I could give a shout out or advice to a family who's struggling and maybe thinking about coming here, I would say you deserve to be here. You deserve to have a better life. There's one thing I know about the universe, and the universe has been created for us and life to thrive. And so your families deserve to have you thriving, and you all deserve to be thriving.